Thousands of people are expected to attend rallies in Washington, D.C. and around the country Saturday to call for stricter gun laws. The demonstrations come after recent mass shootings in Uvalde, Texas and Buffalo, New York. The organization behind it all is March for Our Lives. The student-led group was created in 2018 to push for gun reform after a deadly shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. For more, I want to bring in Zoe Touray. She's a member of March for Our Lives and a survivor of a high school shooting in Oxford, Michigan in 2021 that left 4 students dead and 7 other people, including a teacher, wounded. Zoe, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been about 6 months since the shooting at your school. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me. It's been definitely a little difficult. Like, I've had moments where you have like trauma and different kind of things that happen after something like this. So it's definitely been a little difficult, but it's been a very surreal experience to like join March for Our Lives and be able to do something about it.
So tell us more about that, because tomorrow in Washington, you're planning on taking part in the demonstrations. So what is it that you and your fellow marchers are hoping to accomplish?
Basically just to save lives, like pressure lawmakers into different sensible laws that would keep us safe, like safe storage laws and extreme risk protection orders, raising the minimum age to buy guns to 21, all things that could help in the long run for this to not happen to another school.
Because in the 4 years since the creation of March for Our Lives, we have seen these mass shootings continue. You mentioned some of the specific solutions that you'd like to see. Do you feel as though this may be different? This particular moment of time might be different than in the past?
I honestly do. It was definitely hard at first to find a lot of hope because it kept happening. Like after Oxford, I thought maybe this would be the last one. And then you continue to see them every day. But there's honestly been so much progression on both sides, from like Democrats, Republicans, like different sides of the aisle, that it gives me a lot of hope that things will actually like make a significant change this time.
And Zoe, what would you want to say to lawmakers? What is your message to lawmakers as they debate this issue of gun safety in this country?
That we will not sit idly by. We won't sit by while you sign our death warrants. There are places like grocery stores, schools, they're becoming hunting grounds for like kids, and not even just kids, but people on a daily basis. And we just won't stop until our lawmakers rectify the situation so that nobody has to live in fear of going out one day and not being able to come back home.
So people are going to be coming together in Washington. Beyond this weekend, how does the push for gun reform, you think, continue after this weekend? How do you mobilize people to keep up with their efforts in this fight?
I definitely think that we have such a big political momentum right now that we'll just continue to move forward with that momentum and make sure to keep it in our grasp and continue to do different things like marches and things like that until lives are saved.
All right. Well, Zoe Touray, it's really good to talk to you. Thank you so much for sharing your important perspective with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.